Hey there, welcome. In this training session, I'll show you what the 3 weird mistakes are that 99% of Facebook advertisers are making, and it's actually costing them a lot. So my goal for this training session is that if you are already running Facebook ads, I'm going to show you how to double or triple the ROI of your Facebook ads. Now, if you're not yet running Facebook ads, then first of all, you're missing out on a huge potential, and I'm going to make sure that by the end of this training, you're going to be empowered to have everything you need to run profitable Facebook ads for your business. Does that sound good? Cool. Now, first things first, just in case we haven't met before, my name is Wilke de Krij. I'm an online entrepreneur from the Netherlands, and obviously, there's a ton of stuff that I could drop here to try to impress you. I could tell you that I've spent over $1 million on Facebook ads, but honestly, none of that stuff really matters. What matters is that I've helped over 20,000 clients get a higher ROI from their Facebook ads. You may know some of my clients, such as Ben Atkins, Scott Alford, Nicholas Kuzmich, Frank Kerr, Mike Fossame, and Mike Dillard right here. Some people even call me a Facebook ads nerd, but why is that? Why do I love Facebook ads so much? Well, quite frankly, because it restored my faith in paid advertising. Like I said, I've been working online since 2002, and since that time, I tried and tested pretty much every traffic strategy there is. And at some point, I got pretty good at Google AdWords, and I started doing really well with it, relatively speaking. I mean, I was only 18 or 19 years old or so, and I was making roughly $50,000 a month. And then one morning, I woke up, I checked my phone, like I did every morning, and I got an email from Google. I opened it, and there it was. It was the worst news I could possibly get, because they had some kind of algorithm update which hit my account hard. And I can kind of laugh about it now, but I couldn't laugh about it back then, because I went back to zero, literally overnight. And because I now knew the potential of paid ads, I kept trying to make Google AdWords work again, but I never did. I then tried out LinkedIn ads, no luck. I tried out Twitter ads, way too expensive. And at that point, I started playing around with Facebook ads and was finally able to make paid ads work again. And the reason why I knew I had to run Facebook ads in my business is because it's scalable. I mean, right now, there's over 2 billion people on Facebook and hundreds of millions of people on Instagram as well. And once you get to a winning campaign, let's say every time you put in $1, you're gonna get $2 or $3 out, you can keep scaling your campaign over and over, because the more you'll spend, the more you'll earn as well. And it's also consistent, which means it's predictable. So for example, I know that every single time I spend $30,000 on Facebook ads, I'm gonna get back $100,000. And I'm also in complete control, because I know I can turn it on and off at will. And finally, it's actually fun. Honestly, it is a lot of fun. Once you get, like I said, every single time you put in $1, you're gonna get $2 or $3 back out. I guarantee you're gonna get a smile on your face. Now, I know there's a lot of people talking about Facebook ads and whatnot, so I wanted to sort of give you an impression of what my campaign looks like. So here's actually made a screenshot for the last 14-day periods, and as you can see right here, I spent over 9,800 euros, and I got back in return over 121,000 euros in return. Now, this screenshot right here, it is tricky, right? A lot of people would just throw out a big screenshot like that and try to impress you, but I want to give you the full story, because this only tells half of the story, because this screenshot actually includes my retargeting campaign. So I actually just made a screenshot as well that excludes my retargeting, which is always like an inflated amount, right? And even if I just show my cold audiences, like the ads that are showing targeting cold audience, I spent just over 7,000 euros, and I made back just over 43,000 euros over the last 14 days. Now, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but I just want to show you that I know what's working. I'm in the trenches. I run a lot of Facebook ads, and all I'm doing right here is just sharing what's working and hoping that you implement this and improve the ROI of your campaign as well. And the reason why I created this training is because I've been trying to make Facebook ads work, and it wasn't easy, actually far from it, because for a long time I've always been focusing on the wrong things. I was always focusing on what new copy should I change, or what landing page tweak, or what image is most important. And I'm not saying that none of that is important, obviously what image is important, but it was not nearly as important as the thing that I discovered next. And that's really what kept me from having real success using Facebook ads initially. Now, fortunately, I did discover how to do it the smart way, as I'd like to call it, and based on that, I've been able to get more results from Facebook ads in the last 6 months than in the 5 years prior to that. And best of all, using a strategy that reduced my ad spend, attracts better customers, tripled my ROI, and will always be a step ahead of the competition. And because I know what impact it had on my life and business, that's what I want for you as well. So let's do it. Now, one last thing I want to mention as well is that I'm going to show you step by step what's working for me in my business and my campaigns, but please understand that my results are not typical, right? Well, what I'm going to show you works, but as with everything, it requires work. So if you're here looking for like a big green button that you can press and suddenly your Facebook ads account will explode, like then this is not for you. So I just want to be clear on that. What I'm going to show you works, but you need to actually put it into action if you want to make it work. Sounds fair? Cool. So let's jump in. What is the most important factor of a Facebook ad? Now, before I tell you what I now know is the answer, let me tell you what I used to think. Because when I was starting out running Facebook ads, I bought all kinds of courses from the so-called gurus, and they always told me like, oh, your image is important, your copy is important, like all these things were important. So I started doing a lot of experiments. I'm a bit of a marketing nerd, so I started testing out everything I could, the copy, the images, the videos, like all of that. And all of that stuff, once again, is important, but it's not nearly as important as your targeting. I mean, let's say we would do a quick quiz and you'd be trying to sell toys for dogs. You have a web shop and you're trying to sell toys for dogs, right? So there's two scenarios. Scenario A, you got the perfect Facebook ad, the perfect ad copy, the perfect image, perfect video, like all of that. Perfect, right? But the ad is actually seen by someone, he's logging on Facebook, but he doesn't even own a dog, right? Or scenario number two, where you have a mediocre Facebook ad. It's not the perfect copy, maybe not, the image doesn't stand out as much, but it is seen by someone who has 2 dogs. Which one do you think has a higher chance of success? Obviously scenario 2, right? Because no matter how perfect your Facebook ad is, every single time it shows to someone who isn't even potentially interested in what you have to offer, you are wasting money. And that brings me to the core of this training, how to double or triple your Facebook ads ROI by making sure you're only targeting those who are actually interested in what you have to offer. Now, there's a problem with that, because the current Facebook Ads Manager, it's actually flawed. It's set up in a way that you're almost guaranteed to make 3 crucial mistakes inside your Facebook ad targeting. And the first mistake that you need to stop doing is going after the same audiences everyone else is targeting. If you've created Facebook ads before, you may actually recognize this little screenshot right here. This is where you decide what interest you are going to target with your Facebook ads. The problem with this is that once you enter a keyword right here, Facebook is going to show you 20 to 25 different interests that you can target. Now the real problem is that if someone else enters the exact same keyword, they're going to get the exact same interest to target, and you're all going to go for the same crowded audiences inside the Facebook ads interface. And of course you can also use the Facebook Ads Insight tool, but you're going to find the exact same interest unless you spend hours upon hours on research. And the result is that everyone is just going after the exact same audiences. Now what you should do instead is you should uncover the highly interested targets that your competition doesn't know exist. Now, normally this isn't possible, so my team and I, we created a tool called ConnectExplore which makes this possible. Let me just show you right now. So here's the interface right here. So let's say I would enter a keyword, let's say fishing. I could even add multiple keywords at the same time. Let's just hit search, see what happens. And as you can see right here, instead of 20, I got 536 results for just one keyword, all interests that I can target with my Facebook ads. And obviously, I can also filter if I want to make sure that certain things are not included, or like certain categories that I do or do not want to show, making it easy to find the right audiences to target. I can then just select any of the interests that I want to target, and I can easily add it to my Facebook ad set right from within the interface. So a client of mine, his name is Luke, he told me that his interest-based targeting ads were not performing the way he wanted. So I asked him to, give ConnectExplore a try, and here's what he sent back.
Hey there, I'm Luke, and what you're seeing right here is just one of our stores, and these are the results of one product. We basically input our main niche name, and ConnectExplore gave us heaps of options, so the only thing that we had to do is launch the ads. The total ad spend over this time frame is $2,154. We made 286 conversions, and we made net sales of 19.5K. Now keep in mind that we got a $27 production cost, so you can basically see that we net profited $9,633, which equals an ROI of almost 350%. Now, I think that's amazing. Keep in mind, once again, it's on a brand new store, an item that we never promoted before, in a niche that we didn't know before, and we all thank this to ConnectExplore.
Now let's talk about the second mistake a lot of advertisers are making. You need to stop targeting everyone who Facebook shows as being interested. So when you're using Facebook interest to target, Facebook is making a lot of assumptions to decide who is going to see your ad. So let's say you are into bodybuilding, for example. A lot of people would enter the names of famous bodybuilders as their interest. So let's say you would enter Arnold Schwarzenegger as one of the interests to target. But does that mean that everyone inside of the audience is actually into bodybuilding? Definitely not, right? Facebook is making that range way too big. Now what you should do instead is only target the most passionate inner circle group of people inside of those interests. Now how do we do that? We do that using layering. So let's take the bodybuilder example again. Let's say you made a list of famous bodybuilders to use as the interests for your ad. You could target them all. In other words, everyone who Facebook thinks has interest in any of those bodybuilders. But as a result of that, you'll also be targeting many people who are actually not into bodybuilding. What you should do instead is only target the overlapping segment of those interests. So in other words, instead of targeting people who just like one of these bodybuilders, target only those who have liked at least 3 of those interests. I mean, what are the odds that someone who has liked 3 different bodybuilders but is not actually into bodybuilding? Exactly. Rest assured that that's your hottest audience right there. So how do we do that? Let me show you that inside of ConnectExplore, because it's actually really easy. So here we got a lot of interest. So let's say for simplicity's sake, I would just select them all and I would click on apply to ad set. So I would starting to add them to my Facebook ad set. And right before, in the last step inside of ConnectExplore, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click on add a layer. So right here, all the interests, I'm going to click on add a layer. I'm going to click there twice actually to add 2 different layers, to add 2 extra layers. What I can do, I can just manually drag and drop interest into a second layer if I want to. But what I can also do, I can divide them randomly. And right now, automatically, all those interests, they're actually divided over 3 different layers. So when I add them to my Facebook ads account right now, which I can do right away, I now have 3 different layers, so that only those who are actually interested in at least 3 of those different things, they're gonna see my ad. So recently I actually tested this out, and what I did is I duplicated an ad. So the ad was exactly the same, image, copy, landing page, everything was the exact same, and both ads were targeting the exact same interest as well. Only with one of them, I actually made sure I applied layering, right? So one of them was just targeting everyone inside any of those interests, and the other one was only targeting people who were at least inside at least 3 of those interests. And as you can see right here, I spent 269 euros for both, and the one that did not have any layering, I got 0 euros in sales, like no revenue at all, while the one with layering got 848 euros in sales. And what was interesting is that the cost per click was actually slightly higher, but because these were the most passionate group of people, they were way more likely to actually make a purchase. So in other words, make sure to use layering to target the most passionate group of people inside a certain interest. And the third mistake is to stop wasting time on mediocre audience research. I remember back in the day, I was just spending hours upon hours on research and still wasn't working. Well, what you should do instead is target your highest converting audiences within minutes using ConnectExplore. Because using ConnectExplore, you'll be easily able to do a deep search throughout all the interests that are available on Facebook. You'll then be able to pinpoint the most profitable parts inside those audiences using layering. And best of all, you can then apply that to your Facebook ads account with a single click, because we actually integrate with your Facebook ads account. And a while back I actually did a quick research for one of my campaigns, and that particular campaign did it all using ConnectExplore, and I spent 2,799 euros and I made back 6,697 euros, which is a 175% ROI. And converted to US dollars, that's a $4,000 profit, because I was able to target the best audiences without spending too much time on audience research. So there you have it. Let me just go over the 3 things once again to make sure you're fully clear. First of all, you need to target the audiences that your competition doesn't know exist. As I showed you in Luke's case study, he generated over $9,600 a net profit on a brand new site using this. Secondly, you need to target only the most inner circle group of people using layering. As I showed you in my case study, without layering I didn't make any revenue, and with layering I made 848 euros in revenue from just 269 ad spend. And number 3, do all of this in minutes instead of hours. And as you've just seen, all of these things are really easy to do using ConnectExplore, which will help you to double or triple the ROI of your Facebook ads. And Michael summarized what we're doing pretty well, because he said that this tool makes him more money with his Facebook ads while simplifying the process of doing so. And that's really what we're about. We're about increasing your ROI while reducing complexity. This tool is also fully approved and recommended by Facebook. So using ConnectExplore, you'll be able to find interest that your competitors won't. You'll be able to hyper-target your audiences using layering. And best of all, this tool works in 43 different languages in any market or any niche. And that's also why Robert said that this is the most comprehensive Facebook interest targeting I've ever seen. And there's many more people like him. So for example, Thomas, he said that this thing is kicking ass on his best ad sets. Lester said that he got a 168% in pure profit using ConnectExplore. And Joel said that he's getting leads for less than €1 each. And right now, while you're on this page, I'm actually doing something crazy, because when you get access to ConnectExplore, on top of that, I'm going to give you access to Connect Suite. At Connect.io, we got various tools to help advertisers get a higher return of investment on their Facebook ads. And we put all of our Connect.io tools inside of Connect Suite, which means you're going to get access to all of our Connect.io tools for a 30-day trial on top of ConnectExplore. So what does that even mean? First of all, you're going to be able to get higher conversions using Connect Retarget. So Connect Retarget is a tool that will let you run behavioral retargeting ads. So instead of just targeting everyone who comes to your site, you can literally target people, for example, based on how far they scrolled to your page, how long they stayed on your page, from which site they came from onto your page, and a lot more. When Andrew tested it out, it lowered his cost per sale from retargeting from $11.85 to $3.78, all because he was retargeting those who are actually interested in what he had to offer. You'll also be able to build a bigger list using Connect Leads. As you probably know, Facebook has a certain type of ad called Facebook lead ads, which is the one-click solution to collect the leads. But there's one problem with that. Once Facebook collects the lead, it doesn't send it over to your email autoresponder, and that's where Connect Leads comes in. Using Connect Leads will automatically grab all these leads and send it over to your email autoresponder. And we connect with over 50, in other words, all the major autoresponder CRMs or webinar platforms out there. And this gave Joachim 100% more conversions at 60% lower cost per lead. Your email promotions are going to be more profitable as well using Connect Audience. Connect Audience will let you run email retargeting campaigns by synchronizing all your email autoresponders into a Facebook custom audience. In other words, you could, for example, target people on your email list based on what email they opened, or what link they clicked, or what link they did not click, or what list they're on. And we'll then automatically create that custom audience inside your Facebook ads account, and we'll keep synchronizing it on a daily basis automatically. This is what got Stefan a 500% ROI on his ads. So by getting access to ConnectExplore today, you're also going to get these step-by-step video instructions along with premium support. If you have any questions, we're there to help out. You're also going to get 30-day free access to Connect Retarget to make your retargeting ads a lot more profitable. You're going to get 30-day free access to Connect Leads to build up a bigger email list, and you're going to get a 30-day free access to Connect Audience to make sure you can run profitable email retargeting campaigns on Facebook. On top of that, you're also going to get access to the ultimate Facebook ads guide to make sure you have everything you need to get started with Facebook ads. And once you're running Facebook ads, you want to make sure you're zooming in on retargeting, which is why you're also going to get the definitive guide on Facebook retargeting as well. ConnectExplore is what's going to help you double or triple your Facebook ads ROI, just like it did for Tim, who got an ROI of over 7,000% using ConnectExplore. And if that's not enough, it can also help you spend a lot less on Facebook ads, because you don't have to waste your money on audiences that are not interested in your product anyway, just like it did for Andrew, who saved $5,000 just last month alone. And here's the craziest part if you get access today, because if you look at my business, everything we do, it's recurring based. Everything is either at a monthly or a yearly price, but if you get access today, you'll be able to get access at a lifetime license to ConnectExplore. And that's not something we're going to keep on doing. We definitely will change it, but right now, as long as this page is up, you're going to be able to get access at a lifetime license. And on top of that, as I mentioned before, you're going to get access to a 30-day free trial to the whole Connect suite, which you can cancel at any time. So there's no contract or anything like that. You only pay once for ConnectExplore, and you can decide whether you want to keep using Connect Suite or not. And in order to make it really easy for you, you're also going to get a full 30-day refund guarantee. So I don't care if, for example, you send us an email after 29 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes from now. As long as you're within the 30 days, there's no problem at all. You can always ask a refund within the first 30 days. No hard feelings or anything like that. So make sure to check out the offer right down below, because I was not kidding before when I told you that we're a recurring based business. So right now you can get access to the lifetime license, but we're not going to keep on doing that. So I do not want you to ask our support desk tomorrow, like, hey, I saw this lifetime offer, but now it's gone. Like, once this page is up, that's it. Like, as long as this page is up, the offer is still there. As soon as we close this page down, then the offer is gone as well, and this has changed into a recurring offer. There's many who went before you, such as Adam. Adam said that ConnectExplore is awesome. Rasmus said that he's using ConnectExplore a lot. And Sarah is saying that she's loving the ConnectAI product. So if you want to be one of them and double or triple the ROI of your Facebook ads, click on the button right down below to make sure you can still get access to the lifetime license of ConnectExplore. I'm looking forward to see you on the inside.